Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Here's Hyde on the draw. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 16, Watson. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Deshaun Watson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the counter, here's Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be taken at the 13. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Carlos Hyde gears up to take the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 52 yards. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete. Stills. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Watson to the offense, going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Deshaun Watson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And the return will actually lose 11 yards, but they get the interception. They have the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They come out here in the eye. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in? And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Carlos Hyde as the first half is winding down. And the Texans push further out in front. Fairbairn good with the extra point.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The final shot before half for Breeze. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He finds his target, Fuller.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Continuing to fight for more. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Going deep for Hop. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush. A lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On 1st and 10, Watson with a catch made by Hopkins. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Watson. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up, got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now, this is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here, taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4. It's caught inside the 25. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward, and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Breeze now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? But usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will score. It's a touchdown.